The way you look at it, this proved to be a really humiliating sort of, well, how can we put this nicely, chums? Well, not exactly kind, considering they're supposed to be brand new besties. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you're keeping well, whatever you're doing. It's always tricky, isn't it, when you go down this media path. The problem that you have, and I've mentioned this on many videos, and I keep pointing this out, that celebrities essentially are a bit thick, You can dress it up any way you want. In real life, if you and I were in a job and somebody says to you, do you like this and you need that check, that salary, you sort of go, well, yes, it's interesting. Oh, yeah, what do you think? You try and have a debate. Celebrities, as I've said time and time again, only believe that they know what's good for them, even though it could possibly be the worst thing. You see, if you take this latest collaboration between, some people might say, the queen of influencers currently, Gwyneth Paltrow, a one-time Oscar winner, and now of late trying to make a comeback in the movies. Latest movie, not done that well, in fact, at the box office, so they've got to try something, And it's like all of these girls, they make me laugh, they lie to their audience. They say things, for instance, like, oh, I just keep my beauty by drinking water, or I don't do this, and I'm very lucky, I've got high metabolism. Behind the scenes, breaking nervous wrecks, right? And this is really what's happened to Gwyneth Paltrow in many respects. She's trying to launch a comeback after many years of becoming an influencer. And as I said to you before, I met Gwyneth at my studio, and a very, shall we say, disinterested person in you if you're not of use. Once she realised there could be some use in the studio, she suddenly was warm and mildly friendly. But I'll just leave that there for now. Some people might say Meghan and Gwyneth are a match made in heaven. And as we now saw that infamous video where Meghan, of course, went along to Gwyneth's kitchen, where they thought it was hilarious to spoof the media that apparently in their eyes had treated them badly. You get the picture. What's interesting there is, of course, that spectacularly backfired, because at that period, that was the Centre Barley shambles, right? So Prince Harry once again mucked it all up, because this should have been Meghan and the Oscar winner doing incredibly well, right? But it didn't work out that way. Then very quickly, Gwyneth Paltrow pointed out to a magazine that actually, no, she wasn't friends with Meghan at all. Flip-flopping again now, because she doesn't want any association with negativity. And on top of all of that, just to remind you, chums, the bottom line is she also, decided upon hearing that, this isn't going particularly well, to step away from Meghan's latest project. As ever, we have to say, allegedly. You see, when Meghan popped over to that kitchen to eat that pie with her feet on the chairs and they're shoveling it in like she'd never had a meal, right? Well, the thing was that the idea there was that Meghan was going to ask her to be on Female Founders, talking about goop. This was the moment, right? And apparently what happened behind the scenes was, it was brought up, not by Meghan, I can tell you that, by one of her team, one of her assistants. Stars never do it themselves. It's like they disappear into another room. Would you be interested, Well, apparently Gwynnie, sensing a bit of a disaster, said, well, let me think it over. Well, when Centre Barley came out and all of that went terribly wrong, right? Suddenly the phone went dead. And I can tell you 100% that this relationship will only spark fire again should it be useful to either one or the other. So if either one rises up, they will reconnect and say, oh, it's the media. We were always friends. Let me tell you, behind the scenes, that a collaboration which was supposedly going to change the direction of both media levels, Gwyneth was going to be put out there next to somebody who, apparently was going to do her some good. And Meghan couldn't quite believe her luck that she was sat with, as I say, an Oscar winner in a kitchen to stab away the negative media that Meghan is disliked by Hollywood. Well, it's kind of worked, but in a very bad way. But the bigger picture is that while Meghan decided to release all of that footage behind the scenes of what happened with her friend Cassie and 20 years, and here's some footage now and extra bonus material, that should have featured Gwynnie. But Gwynnie decided against it. A real goop, don't you think? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.